How do you order food for the office these days? How do you make sure it's on time and as ordered? How can you get it individually packaged? How? EasyCater. When you order on EasyCater.com, the food comes as ordered and on time 98% of the time. And when there's a problem, which is practically never,
thank you for calling EasyCater.
you can reach someone in about 9 seconds. How do you order 24/7 from more than 80,000 restaurants? How? EasyCater. Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.
This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off the kickspill. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Hola, Sacramento. Listeners jumping on right now, 98 Rock, California's rock station, and Rock 100.5 The Cat in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as well as our friends in Lexington at Z-Rock 103. Big show for you today. Bad jokes coming up. Return of Ted versus the FCC. We will drink and toast with a shot of the day. And, of course, another round of Profile This. We're talking about nicknames today. And as we say, every nickname is there for a reason. Things get called different things. Here's one just out of the D.C. area. And as you are well aware, if you've been there before, it's a traffic nightmare. There are two major beltways within Baltimore and D.C. For years, they were working on 95. There was a bottleneck in Northern Virginia. I mean, it
sucks, dude.
It's just traffic it is what it is. So some enterprising people said, you know what, we'll do toll lanes. And if you want to fly through these toll lanes, well, all you need to do is get like an easy pass or whatever you got there. And even as a single rider, if you want to pay, then you can play.
It's worth it.
And you can ride in these lanes. So believe it or not, they did a little study because they were wondering if the nickname of these lanes, which are, any guesses since you are guessing?
Nickname? I mean, it's your HOV, whatever.
Well, the ones on the 495 are now known as the Lexus lanes.
Aha, I can guess why.
Based on the majority of the cars that are riding in those lanes. So,
or the names of strippers that like going that way.
And so they did it. So they said, you know what? Let's figure out if this is real. Or is this a misrepresentation? Are these numbers, are we really seeing this? Well, the article stated that despite high occupancy toll lanes disparaging nicknames like Lexus lanes and others, most of the 495 and 95 Express users are not affluent, according to the survey. The article also showed that 40% of the drivers using the Express toll lanes made more than $100,000 a year, and the typical Express user pays for house cleaning services and grocery delivery. Furthermore, the article said about 1/3 of those users said they don't mind the tolls because their employees end up picking up the bill. Certainly, the typical drivers of these highways do not make more than $100,000 a year or have their toll expenses paid by their employer. Rather, it is the subset of drivers who are wealthier, who have access to special payments, who can afford the express toll lanes. And that's why those toll lanes, by the way, range from $6 to $46.
46
are considered the Lex.
$46.
It depends on the time, and it's much like anything else. Like if it's Friday at 5 and you want to get home, they're going to jack up the toll.
The thing is this, man, and if you don't know anything about Washington, D.C., just know that geographically, it is not very large at all. In fact, that whole area, all right, it just geographically, it's not large. So a city like Houston, its city limits are the size of the state of New Jersey, right? So if they charge more, you'd kind of get it, but indeed, like, you probably went 12 miles and you spent $46 to do those 12 miles. Because if you don't, those 12 miles take an hour and a half.
All that to get to Frederick. Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
I just want to say real quick, on a lot of occasions, nicknames are not necessarily earned. It is someone believing they're being prophetic. All right. I thought about this during the break, and this is true. I don't know what it is we've done. I don't know if it's just how we look. I don't know if it's how we speak. But Miles and I, as long as we've worked together in any of the buildings that we are in, and Miles, you'll agree with this, inevitably, whoever works the front desk or works security, whatever it might be, within 2 days of us being in this building, our collective nickname is Trouble. Everybody says it everywhere we go. What's up, Trouble? These are people you don't know. It's just other people that work in the building. And I think to myself, like, what have we done? We haven't done anything.
It's a wry smile. I'm not exactly
I don't know,
sure.
but there's something. Apparently, if we're together, we do not look trustworthy because it happens. It can be the bar, it can be the building, you name it. If people know us for more than 10 seconds and we're together, What's up, Trouble? Where's the other half of Trouble? You guys getting in trouble? Like, what the hell is it about
And if it's a significant other, unfortunately, it's a little bit worse. So if I'm talking to the wife, I'm like, I'm going out tonight. You going out with the devil? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to have a couple beers.
We play the roles of the devil. We just said, there's white devil and black devil. Going out with Trouble.
Going out with the devil.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like this preemptive
Don't
strike.
come home to
drunk.
F up. I know what happens when you go out with the devil.
The devil. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Now we put it on a beer can.
So I got to tell you guys about the time a couple years ago, partying over at my big brother's house. And, you know, when we're partying with these guys, we're going ham, like balls to the wall every time. Well, I get this bright idea. I need to run up to my bedroom to do something. And I come flying back down the stairs because it's shot time, of course. And I lose my footing and come flying down the stairway like a bit of hell, okay? When I hit the floor at the bottom, I didn't just stop there. I shot probably another 10 feet into the dining room. Now, the group of people that are there, of course, are losing their minds. They're checking on me, making sure I'm okay. All except for my brother, who is literally buckled on his knees, dying of laughter.
Oh, yeah, family can laugh at you. It's all good.
Of course. And I finally look over at him like, what the heck, man? And he's like, I've never seen anybody fall down the stairs in that manner before. You literally shot off my stairway like a gumball coming out of a gumball machine. And I have been gumball ever since. So
Gumball, huh?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
It's not, well, let me ask you, like, how you earn a nickname is not so bad. And, yeah, you have to explain it because I would not think it's because you fell down the stairs. I feel like gumball is only really insulting if you carry some extra weight. Because once you add ball to anything to someone who's heavier, no matter your intent, it sounds bad, right? They can love soccer, but if you call them a soccer ball, like, uh-oh.
Being round is still a shape, though, so I would still say shape.
Yeah, but when I'm looking at you, do I feel like it's earned or not?
Probably not. No, I'm not exactly too large, but...
Okay. Look, Miles has the nickname D-Nose, but if you look, he doesn't have to explain
Curly
why.
Dixon gave me that in high school.
Right, and your nose looks like a penis.
Right.
The only difference is I'm kind enough to not say that, and you tell me the story about this guy, I'm like, okay.
The good news is,
we all know.
It keeps getting bigger, ladies. Whether it was you or someone else, how is the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
your
so
ears and your nose
never
continue
stop
to grow.
growing. Right. So now it's looking just like a bigger one.
I only found that out like 5 years ago,
It
man.
should be like your penis and your feet.
Your feet?
Well,
you don't
would
want
be-
your feet to keep growing.
They seem to be growing.
And then it's our way your penis and your testicles do keep growing.
Yes, it's gravity.
It's not that your body's doing
I just
it.
put a fishing weight on there, you know?
There you go. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So in middle school, I had a really big afro.
All right.
And my friend just decided to nickname me Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Where does the hair come from? Where do you think?
His scalp, Miles.
I know, but where do you think you get your hair? Your mom's side, your dad's side, what?
That's a good question.
Are you saying he doesn't sound black?
Can't.
No, I'm saying who's got the curly hair?
I don't know. Since I'm adopted, I don't exactly know.
Okay. So
hello, my son.
But since I'm a fourth African American, I just assume it comes from that side.
Wait, do people say that now? I thought we saved that just for native tribes, like I'm a 16th Cherokee, right? Because every person I've ever met in this country apparently is a 16th Cherokee. So we now do the fractions of being black. Huh? Hey, man, look, did you say you're just a quarter black? Because when you say I'm 1/4 African American, it's like, boy, the 3/4 are screaming.
Can I make change?
So you're a quarter black. You grew an afro. Now, do you have black hair or is it some other color?
It's black.
Okay, it is black, but do you have a light complexion?
I'm going to say,
I do.
Are you skinny?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I was going to say maybe microphone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
Right. Like the microphone covers.
Mm-hmm. You could look like a mic.
So they called you Fluffy. How many people wanted to touch your hair?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Can you do a really good symmetrical Colin Kaepernick kind of thing if you wanted to?
If I really wanted to, I probably could.
I would want to do that at least once or twice if I could.
When I was a kid, that was the style, man, and it was. Here was the only downside of having, because the thing about the afro, the thing that you loved most in the 70s is how spherical you can make it. All right. This was the thing. This is going to be perfect.
How can you do that? Like, what? How do you know?
It's,
So you just got to eyeball it? Or
well, like anything, dude, we had mirrors, all right? So, when you go in there, but that's why you use the pick, right? Now, the pick, you get that bad boy in there, and basically, you just start at the scalp and go out. That's all you have to do. Right. And your hair made this perfect. But here's the problem.
Even trying to draw a perfect circle is often difficult.
Oh, brother. You need to aud up the soul glow. Perfect diameter. But here's the thing, right? So, little kids are always, they're just a disaster compared to adults, all right? So you'd have an afro, and I remember, I don't know, man, you'd go downstairs for 5 minutes, and you just scratch your head real quick. Mm-hmm. I would go back upstairs, and my father would be pissed, did you just mess up your hair? And I couldn't figure out how he knew. And I realized with the afro, man, when you go and scratch your head or something, it'd be like if you had a piece of hair still sticking straight up, there's a dent in your afro. And it's almost when you leave a handprint in clay, you could tell exactly where someone had scratched their head, any of that. Mm-hmm. But it would drive my father crazy. But man, yeah, having the afro, that was the thing. The problem with me was when summer hit, I would go from my regular complexion to damn near jet black, and then my hair would bleach out and go brown. So, I look like a pygmy. I mean, it looks like, honestly, dude, if you go to National Geographic and look at a pygmy, that's what I look like. And I didn't know it when I was a kid, man. And then when I get older, my mom showed me these pictures. I'm like, is that a cousin? Right? We have the same face. She's like, man, that's you. It's like, Jesus Christ, why didn't you say anything?
And you don't know this if you're listening on our other affiliates, other places. I swear to God, we've been in Seattle for over 10 years. You lighten. You do. You lighten here. I'm
a black guy, and I'm going to say that I went to Florida, all right? A couple brothers walked by, and they literally looked at me and just said, what part of the north are you from? And I said, how did you know? I hadn't said anything.
Lack of sunshine.
They just pointed at me. I'm like, yep. Mm-hmm. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, you really do. You get lighter than normal.
When black people say they need to get a tan, you live somewhere where there's no sun, brother,
right,
I need to go tanning, man. This ain't right. The hell?
Yeah.
Maybe that was Michael Jackson's deal. He lived somewhere cloudy.
Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA. Hold the line. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Turn to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
A man nicknamed the Romeo of Rimini, or Rimini, because he slept with so many women, has died while having intercourse with a 23-year-old tourist. Maurizio Zanfanti, Italy's most famous playboy, was 63 years old when he died. He is said to have slept with more than 6,000 women, previously boasting that in a successful summer, he could sleep with about 200. His highest tally, he said, was 207. Started out as a nightclub promoter on a beachside party town in Italy in the 70s. Worked at a couple clubs down there. In a 2016 interview, he says, I think I've done more tourism promotion for Rimini than 100 agencies. And then during the winter months, he would take his talents up to a Scandinavian town. He was so well known that in the Swedish town, they put up a wax statue of him. But emergency services were called and were unable to revive him. He was declared dead as he was having sex with a 23-year-old tourist.
But just think about this, all right? So you're some dude, you slept with 6,000 chicks, whatever, all right? But they call you Romeo, and typically when you hear Romeo, there's something smooth or at least kind about you, all right? So, and then the fact that you can go to a different country, all right, and your reputation is that you and your penis do damage, okay? Mm-hmm. But they are so happy to see you that they erect the statue. Like, Rocky got the statue in Philly because it's a movie and he's a boxer, right? We've had people that died in battle. They're on their war horse. But, I've never heard of anyone getting a statue erected in their honor because, man, oh, man, they know how to lay pipe, right? But
that's awesome.
But everyone celebrates it. Oh, no, dude, listen. Oh, my God. When he comes to town, he's a friendly guy.
But they should.
And he's so great to say. That's what this statue is. I mean, that's
that's still a skill.
Of course it's a skill.
You know what I mean? God. Look, there's a statue in town of Jimi Hendrix. You know why? Because he was really good at playing guitar.
Okay, but here's the difference. You are a guitar player, all right?
Yeah.
You take your girlfriend, your wife, to see Jimi Hendrix. You don't feel inferior. You're not upset if they're really happy to see a statue of Jimi Hendrix. Now, you're with your girlfriend and your wife, and you take her to see a statue of this dude, right? The Romeo of Rimini, whatever, and she's really excited. Now, that's a different feeling. Ooh, hey, babe, did you hear that so-and-so's coming to town?
Right.
And it's a guy because she wants to go. It's not like a band.
Yeah.
That's not she's excited because she wants to F this guy.
Maybe you just drive into some town that you don't know of in, North Carolina. You know what I mean?
All right.
And then there's a statue of, Long Dong Silver because he's from the small town. You'd be like, oh, Long Dong Silver is
That's
from
different. because Long Dong Silver, at the time that they erected the statue, is dead. This guy was alive.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
So he was
celebrating
honored
the fact
while
that
he was done.
Like
That's a good point.
He shows up.
Same
for
with Jimmy.
season.
Same with Jimmy.
So your girlfriend's excited because this dude shows up every November. That's got to be kind of a weird, hollow feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean? If
I
you're the
would think
dude,
so,
like, yay, yeah, there's his statue. Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good times.
Hello, Austin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, this nickname is more of it's my cousin's nickname, not my own.
All right.
And when she was going to be born, she was supposed to be a little special. So, my whole family jokingly called her Esther Brains.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's pretty funny.
That is a warm, fuzzy family to grow into.
Yeah. Before she was born?
Yeah, before, well, and after, both.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and after.
So this continued through to where she was in, I don't recall if it was kindergarten or the first grade, and they went around the class asking everyone to, tell them their name.
No.
So my cousin stood up and told the teacher that her name was Esther Brains.
Well, that's
what is the teacher's response to this?
Was in fact she fine when she was born or what?
Yeah, I mean, they thought she was going to be special, but she came out, perfectly normal.
Why did they think that she was going to be special? I have to ask.
What's that?
Why did they think that she was supposed to be special? Like, how did they have a clue? For an example, my daughter was born without an esophagus.
They missed that.
Had we known that,
right,
things would have been much different upon her. So how would they even have a clue that she was supposed to be special? Like, could they see, like, ooh, there's not much blood getting to her brain? How did they know?
Oh, it was just some of the testing they were doing while her mom was pregnant with her.
I guess so. Either that or was mom just smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey?
Yeah,
I want to have a special kid.
She hold her breath a lot?
Exactly.
What the hell,
Christ,
man? I'm
taking lots of baths.
Actually, a little known fact, and I'll probably share this with my daughter when she gets older, but her nickname before she was born was Cookie. And the reason it was Cookie is because we were at a Tool concert with Ryan Castle, and we were joking that when she's born, I get the feeling, and I don't know why I thought this, but that a stripper pole is going to lower her from the vagina and she's going to slide out like a stripper. Right? So in that moment,
Mercedes.
Right, we decided to call her Cookie. And that was a couple of months, man. And then she's born, and I forgot about it. Castle's the one who brought it up. He's like, guessing you ever called her Cookie. I'm like, do I ever tell her?
Yeah. Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Elias. Welcome to the men's room.
Are you busy doing dishes?
Hello, Elias. I'll come back to him. That dude's been holding forever, right?
Yeah.
So he probably just gave up and doing other things. All right. Let's talk to... Hello, Charlene. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola. Charlene, real quick, do you gossip a lot?
Say that again?
Do you gossip a lot? Do you like talking about other people?
No, I don't gossip a lot.
Okay, well, I'm just asking because the name's Charlene. Doesn't that sound like, you know what Charlene told me? Girl.
Yeah, I understand that, but no, I don't gossip a lot.
All right. Okay. So, Charlene, what's the nickname?
So, I was in the military for 8 years, and my last name is Yuhas.
Yuha? Yuhas.
Yes, but it's...
Yuhas, read Charlene.
You have some nice legs, yeah. Yeah. You have nice everything.
Yeah, but it's the J is silent, so nobody could pronounce that. So everyone just kind of shortened it to Jew. So for 8 years, I went by the name Jew. And I don't even know if I can say that on the radio. But
well, you can, but how awkward was that if you were somewhere with strangers? And because once you have a nickname, you don't think about it. So say, hey, Jew, pass the salt. It sounds like I'm being remarkably insensitive.
Right.
No, it didn't bother me at all. But it was just one of those nicknames that I was like, whatever, I'll take it.
I mean, typically it's only Jewish people that get called Jew, and they're not particularly thrilled in that moment. So has the nickname stuck, or has it mercifully gone away?
Well, I got out of the military, but, I still have my same, buddies, like my guy friends, my girlfriends, and they still call me Jew, but it doesn't stick now. I have a professional job.
It sounds so much worse than it is.
I got the nickname of the Goy Toy when I met my wife.
What, this one or the first one?
The second one.
The Goy Toy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but that's not so bad, is it?
Oh, good times.
I would say Goy Toy.
Speaking of. Oh, yeah. Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
You know, one of the problems with nicknames, honest to God, is you do forget that maybe people that aren't in the know. So, like, if you call someone Jew and you realize, like, you know it's about their last name. But if you're in any other place and you say Jew, like, it sounds really, really bad.
Of course.
And inevitably, there was a girl I know, and she was introduced to me as bitch face. She called herself bitch face because she had resting bitch face before people called it resting bitch face.
Right. Okay.
And it was kind of a joke. I'm like 22, 23, but everyone called her bitch face, right? And it didn't matter. And she didn't take it poorly. She would introduce herself that way. But I got to the point where you forget that calling someone bitch face sounds awful because that's just who she is. So my mother had come into this bar, introducing some of my friends, and I'm like, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, this is bitch face. So my mother instantly gives me a look, right? And you get that, Steven. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, no. And now bitch face is saying to my mom, no, man, everybody calls me bitch face. It's cool. And my mother's like, honey, I'm not going to call you bitch face. Steven, what's her name? And in that moment, I realized I have absolutely no idea.
Like the color we had the other day.
All I know is that it's bitch face.
Was it Fat Tina? What the hell is
was it Fat Tina? Big Tina.
Big Tina, Tiny Tina. I don't know.
Big Susan.
Big Susan.
See, it's no better. Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Jess. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola.
Hola.
Hey, so I guess my first nickname ever was the day I was born. I popped out of my mom fully erect, and my dad nicknamed me Meat.
Wait a minute, hold on. When you were born, you had an erection?
Yeah.
No way.
Dude, my son did too.
No way.
Yeah.
Way.
I told him.
I only had girls. I didn't know this was possible.
When my son was born, as a quick aside, he's born erect, and won't throw him out there, but look, he's got a big crank, all right? So he's born, and so it's a male doctor. He looked at me, and I gave him a look. Did
you guys make eye contact?
We made, but I gave him a look, and all he said is yes. Because I'm not like, is this normal? Is that huge? You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, he's packing heat. So he was
trying not to come out. He was trying to stay in.
Maybe he was busy.
That's like pulling the emergency brake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't let me out of here.
Right. But I did not give him a nickname for that. How long did the nickname Meat stick?
No pun intended.
Only about 2 weeks. My mom put a stop to it.
All right, I got to ask you, Meat. Now, in all fairness, are you a horny man?
Oh, sure, man.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And do you have a larger penis than other people?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, all right.
No, he was just born. He was born ready to go.
You're just ready. You're just ready for action.
Sure, yeah.
Hey, I will tell you this though: in the future, if someone says, "Are you ready?" you can legitimately say, "I was born ready."
Yeah.
Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? Born with an erection. God, that's great.
I got to call my dad and ask him something.
Nope, son.
Was I born with an erection?
Sure weren't. Sorry to break the news to you.
I don't know if you knew this. That was the original title for Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA." It was "Born with an erection." I was born with an erection.
Yeah, but at that point in time, you know what I mean? You still got the pig in the blanket.
Right. Oh, yeah. That was.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I didn't know anything about that.
Maybe that's what it is. Your head just wants to take a look and peek outside.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the pig in the blanket, right? Just like you were born, your penis is whatever your penis is. You know the boys have penises. They probably just look the same. Taking showers in elementary school, man, and like, I almost said the guy's name. You don't want to look, but I had to do a double take, and it's just, but it bugged me all day, right? Because it just looked wrong to me, all right? And you couldn't get the image out of your head. And finally, I asked my mother, and she's like, wait, what? And I'm trying to explain what I saw. And I remember she gets this big smile, starts laughing. And then she explained to me the difference between being circumcised and uncircumcised. But I was like, man, I don't know, man. There was just something wrong. And she's like, what do you mean there was
like
something
a hand
wrong?
warmer on there.
Yeah, I was like, it looked like a pig in a blanket, like it was wearing a turtleneck.
You know, the thing that QBs stick their hands in when it's cold is like that on the whole thing. Like an insulating blanket. Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I was in the Navy for about 4 years, and I was stationed on a submarine.
All right.
And I'm a cook, and so I was cleaning the fryers area. And in the bottom section, there's a cabinet where it has where the oil comes out to refill it, and the electrical panels. I was taking a metal stick, and I was cleaning up some of the sticked oil, and I electrocuted myself with like 440 volts. And
Sparky.
Say again?
Sparky?
440. 440.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got that. What was the nickname you were given?
I was saying a number.
The nickname that I was given was Greased Lightning.
Greased Lightning. Okay,
that's not bad, man.
Yeah. Did it seem to slow you down any? This electrocution.
My friend's gonna be greased.
How long did it take you to wake up?
I was fine. It was just like a real big jolt. So I was like awake and I was just shocked. No pun intended.
Right. Knowing what I know about just deep fryers in general, and how they work in a kitchen, and how dirty they are, and how a fan is required. There's all these different things. I'm actually amazed that technology, that they have deep fryers in a submarine. It just, to me, it almost seems like you need vents and fans.
That's not where I would want one.
Right. Like a grease fire in a submarine? No, thank you. And where are you going to get the water to put it out?
You don't use water.
Yeah.
We use a lot of water, but the crew basically lives off of like chicken nuggets. Because
so do my kids,
guys, and they're all.
What do you mean they live off chicken nuggets? They don't put that in a brochure. Yeah. So do you have an option? Like, okay, I'm on a submarine, right? I come down. It's just if you just want to make chicken nuggets, like I can't say like, dude, can we have like pizza or something, anything other than just chicken nuggets all the time? Or do you have a choice? It's like a cafeteria.
We have a set menu like schedule.
Okay.
And so, like, Tuesdays, we always have tacos. Saturdays,
so
we
let me get
always
this
have
straight.
pizza and burgers.
It's Taco Tuesday, even if I'm 10,000 feet at the bottom of the ocean.
It's still Tuesday, Miles.
All right, okay.
It's Tuesday somewhere.
Okay.
Chicken, I feel like you could recruit children to get into submarines if that's
what else? Okay, what do you got on Wednesdays?
Wednesday, it's usually a toss-up. Sometimes we have hamsters, which are chicken cordon bleus.
Okay.
Oh, hamsters.
Thursdays are Italian nights.
Oh, of course.
So,
yes, right.
Lasagna, spaghetti.
All right.
So it just.
How do you even know what goddamn day it is? You're in a submarine. Like, you don't see the sun. You don't see night. You don't know even. Like, how do you even know what. Like, it's just the same all the time. How would I even know when dinner time is?
We still keep the same schedule, and we have our. We have like clocks and things on the submarine.
I know, but just your circadian rhythm of the sun. All right, and I'm just wondering this talking to you, all right? So one of the things is NASA and all the other groups say, we want to go to Mars. But one of the things they do, they test people in these isolated environments for however many months they believe the trip will be, and they do it for psychological purposes. But then you guys are on a submarine, and you have more space than they will. I get that. There's more people to interact with. I get that. But inevitably, you're still in this isolated chamber, going through your routine. I mean, do you ever feel like you're going to go crazy, or do they keep you busy enough? Just like you can't just go outside and get a breath of fresh air. You can't do anything.
I would feel trapped on a cruise ship.
Right. So, I mean, do people lose their minds?
Some people do because of the stress, but they kind of keep us busy enough. But you definitely have to be a special kind of crazy to actually sign up to be on.
So what I'm thinking is then, if I'm NASA, then wouldn't it make more sense to do these test runs in a submersible? Because they'll do it in a desert, but inevitably, if I go crazy and open a door, I still survive. But a submarine, much like space, you can't just open the door and be okay.
Do you drink vitamin D when you're down there?
Yeah, we have vitamin D. We usually bring supplements. A lot of guys bring like protein powders and different supplements.
And the submarine comes up. Do they give everybody big Florida sunglasses? You know what I mean? Where it looks like wraparounds. Right. You know what I mean? Like where you can't look at they tell you not to look at the sun or anything like that.
No, not really. But our skin is very sensitive when we come back up, and they tell us, "Hey, be careful. Your depth.
Be careful outside." Put on the lotion.
If that's the case, then all subs should disembark in Seattle.
Sounds like
you'd be A-okay.
It sounds like your mom's talking to you. You be sure to put on that sunscreen.
Put on sunblock.
Don't forget, and wear those wraparound sunglasses. Whether it was you or someone else, that was the nickname earned. 844-999-OLA. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Bad jokes coming up. We'll drink it. Tell us with a shot of the day. In the meantime, our question, whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Kevin. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hola.
All right. So, my nickname is Long Balls.
Long ball?
Balls.
Long balls. Ah.
Okay.
Like two.
All right.
Yeah, we pieced that together. We got that.
Okay. How did you earn this nickname?
This was 8 years ago or so. I was drinking Bonnie Blue Flame, which is Goldschlager and Blue Carisou.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. It's like drinking syrup. And proceeded to black out, pass out under a vehicle at a house party. And one of my buddies that was kind enough to lift me up and carry me inside, as soon as I was brought inside, everybody yelled and was laughing because my balls were hanging out the backside of my pants on his arm. Dropped me on the floor right there and then, so that's how the name came about.
I guess that's not the worst
stuff,
way.
Sure.
Long balls.
Whether it was you or someone else, how was the nickname earned? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Hank. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, guys, I used to fly as a bombardier navigator out of Whidbey in the Navy, and I just want to give you some word here on what we call call signs, not nicknames in the Navy. You've probably seen Top Gun, I'm sure, but no one ever had, to my knowledge, call signs like Maverick or Iceman, any cool names. Just like the guy from the submarine, you get your nickname from either screwing up or we thought was a clever play on your name.
Sure.
So all you have to do is just take a look at the credits for Top Gun. I don't know if you've ever looked at that real closely, but if you look under Top Gun instructors and MiG pilots in the credits, there's a Lieutenant Peter Caulk, C-A-U-L-K, whose call sign is horse.
It's not quite as cool. What other great nicknames are there? As we're thinking Maverick and Iceman.
One of the guys in our squadron was known as the Colonel. We used to fly low levels, or they probably still do, over here in the Cascades, and you have to make your turn points because they don't always want you flying beyond that to stay on your route. Well, beyond one of the turn points on that one particular route was a chicken farm. And the guy in the squadron flew past his turn point and ended up flying over top of the chicken farm. Well, apparently chickens are stupid. And if there's a very loud noise, they're going to stampede off into a corner. Well, before he even got back to the base, we had a call from the chicken rancher, I guess you'd call him, that he had a couple 400 chickens dead that had stampeded into a corner and smothered themselves from when this guy overthrew the ranch.
So he became the colonel?
Now,
he became
no, wait. When you're responsible for something like that, are you in trouble when you get back or what?
He killed 400 chickens?
Yeah. You get a warning. Is that, damn it, guys, you aren't supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. So,
What was your nickname?
Geek.
Geek?
Geek.
Deek.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid it's not as entertaining as the other stories I've told you, but I'm 6'3" at the time. I was about $185. Had kind of a longer neck, I suppose, than normal. I was razzing one of the guys in the squadron, and he called me a pencil-neck geek. So that's all there is.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But yeah, look, it doesn't matter the story. All of my life, can't say all my life, since Top Gun, you just assumed that you got the cool name, right? Because for those of us that are not fighter pilots, That's a cool ass job. So Iceman makes sense.
You would never give a buddy of yours a cool nickname to make them cool.
No, I wouldn't.
That's not what friends do.
I
You
know,
what I mean?
but I still just saw it there. But you're right. You would be like penis nose.
Right, exactly. You wouldn't be like Big Johnson Steve or anything like that.
No.
I mean, no one's going to do that. You know what I mean? You'd be like, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, yeah, be insulting. Reverse buckweed because of my beard.
Something, right, exactly. It would not
Buckwheat.
It would not
Wouldn't
be
that be
flattering.
great?
It'd be like ass pus or
Right.
something.
Boils.
Ass boil.
Right.
You would never be like,
we call him
cool,
scab.
like Slater or whatever.
Well, it's true, man. We don't, and it's not that we're trying to be insulting, but again, and we've said this
That's
before,
not the point.
we nickname everybody because we're bad at remembering names. But the nicknames we give, you can generally figure out who you're talking about. So, I don't
In the
want to
old
say,
building, we had George Washington.
there's now there's a does she look like George
She
Washington?
looked like Barbara Bush.
But what about, we have a guy now, I don't know his name, we call him Aaron Neville.
Right.
And even the first time we said Aaron Neville, we knew who we were talking about.
I love you.
And then there's P.S. Chang, which again can't get, but that nickname was earned. That nickname was earned
that's a bad
because they're a horrible person. Aaron Neville just happens to look like Aaron Neville, and it's dude, no, it's weird. Because I said, man, you know this. And Miles goes, Aaron Neville, that's him.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
Rachel Gonzalez standing by. Say caller 9 at 844-999-OLA, and you'll play Profile This in minutes.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.
Why is there a harbor seal walking around the office?
Oh, that's our new CEO.
Come again?
Well, apparently they didn't order through EasyCater for the board meeting, and when the food didn't arrive, they kind of lost focus. Next thing you know?
We have a seal as our CEO. Did I say something wrong?
No, she just wants a mackerel. Here you go.
Bad ideas happen when there's no food for the meeting. So make sure it's on time and as ordered from more than 80,000 restaurants. How? EasyCater.
Thank you. I just got promoted.
Order 24/7 on EasyCater.com.